Alright everyone, we are back and now let's continue in trying to get to the lab. Now I think this is a heavy trooper. What was the code again?
Comstock promises there's nothing to be worried about, but I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
This statue, right?
I heard you. I'll find her.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Next to a statue.
Hair sample in a haystack.
Well, only fucking statue is that one that's in the middle. At least I don't think that there was a code there. Oh, hello little hummingbird. That's one thing that's amazed me about those hummingbirds. I think that's the only birds that really intrigue me are the hummingbirds. Like, just how fast that they can just hover in place. Oh, here we go. What was it again?
Comstock promises there's
8301?
nothing to be worried about, but I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
7-1. Dang, I was close. I was just one digit off. So, ability to recover some Eve based on absorbing damage. Ooh, that's nice. So this is like his panic bunker or whatever. Don't understand why he would need one. Well, I guess I can understand why he would need one.
To arms!
Yeah, get back here, yo. Damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking stay still. Piece of shit. Damn. That's really fucking annoying because he won't fucking stand still. He's got plenty of med kits. Why the fuck did I just say that? Now I'm probably gonna get into a huge ass fight and I'm gonna lose all my med kits. Why did I say that? I mean, you're stupid. Why did you have to open up your fucking big ass mouth and say that shit? That's a little, how's it floating? To the hummingbird and then that, like, how's that floating? That's interesting, cause there's one like that, but that one is in, Rapture, and that one doesn't float. But that one does. Or this one does. That's the sea slug that they were talking about. Another sea slug. Those sea slug. Didn't they say they were trying to merge Little Sisters with a sea slug? My question is that what the Little Sisters are? Like when they get infected or whatever? Is that the sea slug taking over their body? Pretty much like them being possessed or something. Where was that? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm down on the second floor. That's right. I'm down on the second floor. I'm not on the top floor. Or I mean, not on the second floor. I'm down on the first floor. I'm not even on the second floor. Yeah, cause I was gonna go through here. See this bastard.
What is that? Oi.
Can't get down. There's a code thing now that I gotta find to open that door. And that's another thing. Do that Handymans use actual like human body parts and stuff?
I tell you, William, it's getting so the foxes are afraid of the hens. If Fink was going to hire a bunch of goons to keep an eye on the Handyman, he should have found someone less yellow in the belly. Now they're hiding away from Tin Man invalids in their precious little guard room. If you need to get in there on your shift, the code is 2847.
2847.
You gonna answer for this? No surrender!
Looking around.
You can't hide forever!
2847.
Who done this? Someone.
Damn, what the hell was her body doing? So it was 2, 8, 4, 7. And he's gonna go run off and die. What is he doing? Covers same. Shouldn't have ran off, but because now you're probably dead. Oh, there he is. So there are actual humans. And that's fucked up. I wonder if they use criminals instead of like, you know, just taking random people off the street and experimenting on them. I wonder if they use prisoners, because that would make sense. Using prisoners as... Shit. See, that's one of their hearts right there.
Can't stop me this time. You can't.
Now, I believe I've taken all of them. And the trumpet boys, or whatever the hell they're called. Prototype 9. That's one thing I like about this game, is that, like games like this, is that if you just take your time and you look at all this stuff, your questions will get, your question that you have about this type of stuff will get answered. So, actual humans being used to be turned into a handyman. I'm guessing that these are where the patients were treated. Yep, prep for surgery. I don't even notice that guy. Damn, that... It's really sad if you think about it. I mean, yeah, they're criminals, but I don't think they deter... But, who knows, maybe some of them deserve to be turned into this shit, and others shouldn't have. Alright, but let's get the hell out of here now. God fucking damn it, of course.
You're next, you hear me?
Still breathing. Who did this?
See that bitch.
Well, that's enough of that business. I'm done.
Can't stop me this time. You can't stop me this time. That did not sound right. Come back here.
Shit.
Just one. Something's going on.
Fire.
You can't hide forever, love.
I think I went down here.
I can smell ya. You're afeard of me. Ugh.
Nope. Just planning my shots. Okay. I want to make sure I actually searched everything properly and thoroughly.
Now, I know there's been some concern about the nature of the work we do here at Fink Manufacturing. Why, some say they're uncomfortable with the purported harm and suffering our research brings. But friends, let me pose a simple question. Is there anything you would not do to guarantee the health and safety of your loved ones? My interest is the future health of your children. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
He's a crazy bastard. Come on. Dismount. Dismount.
Listen to that racket. Damn air grabber must be busted.
Oh, that's some bullshit. So you can't even hang on there for that long? Damn. I mean, that would. I mean, I don't know if that would kind of make any sense, but I guess that would. Okay, so how am I supposed to get into there exactly? Okay, no, can't get there. Oh, I see. But is there any way I could get through here, though? Let's go back out here. And it's weird that they give me another one. I wonder what that building is. Dang, so tall you can't even tell what the building is. Dang. What? Big Daddies. That's the one that has the shoulder. That's the bouncer. That's the one with the shoulder mounted one, and that's the Rosie. And then the Songbird. My question is, who's the Songbird then? How do they have connection with Elizabeth?
Huh. Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Luteces. Cross-reality collaboration.
I just want to see if there's anything here before we move on. See what happens. What's this?
What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. You wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
What did that do? Why do I get the feeling that we're gonna come across a Big Daddy? Okay, let me go back upstairs because we are missing. Well, I mean, not missing, but we are running into all this shit, and I do not want to keep going all the way back up. So yeah, let me just go all the way back up and get that, and then we'll continue on. What's this? Use projector. Big Daddy.
It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables.
Tear. So I'm guessing it was back and forth. So maybe Columbia created the Vigors and then gave it to Suchong and made the plasmids, and then Suchong gave whatchamacallit to Fink or whatever about the Big Daddies or whatever.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so I left them to die.
Damn, that's kind of sad.
Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there.
Did they place a human inside this
It
song?
must be a prototype or something.
It's a human.
Does it matter?
I have so many questions. I guess the majority of them have been answered. I really wonder what's the next Bioshock game they're gonna make. I wonder where is it gonna take off of. Oh, this is not good. Homework imprinting subject.
Booker. The little girl in the film. It's me. My God. I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there, moaning. I couldn't just...
The line with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair.
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out.
just gonna go back the way I came.
I heard you. Come out, come out. Here I come. Better look elsewhere.
Right in the butt. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here, cause I know it's probably gonna be a while, so that I can take out all these guys without alerting them, but thank you guys so much for watching it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.